And Paris joins us now from her actual kitchen. Okay, so first of all, that was you with Kim Kardashian. What a journey the two of you have been on. What was her reaction, Paris, to you letting down those walls and really showing your true self? I imagine that she knew the real you or some parts of you.
Yeah, we've known each other since we're little girls, but not even my closest friends, nobody knew about my story before. So she really said that she loved the film and she said how strong I was and just couldn't believe what I had been through.
I love it, and I love the fun that the two of you have together, you know, in that kitchen, in your kitchen. I can't help but to look around. I'm really nosy when it comes to kitchen. How did you design your own here? I see, is that a wine refrigerator on the side there? What's going on with the theme of the kitchen?
I just renovated my house, so everything is brand new, and I just wanted it to be very sleek and chic. And of course, I have like all my little sparkly, fun things, my Judith Lieber bags. So I like to make it fun as well.
I like that you have a TV in the kitchen. That's always very controversial. Do you have a TV in the kitchen or not? And you have one, so thumbs up on, that's a TV, right? On the other side?
I've never turned it on, though.
So, okay, so you split the debate. You have one, you just don't turn it on. I love it. All right, well, let's talk about your French toast recipe. Why do you love French toast? So I'm a breakfast person. Why does this hit a nerve for you?
I love breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day, and I love French toast, especially the way that I do it.
Oh, okay, we're going to launch into the way you do. I have an apron on. I noticed with you and Kim K, neither of you had an apron on. You don't have one. Do you cook with an apron, or do you go straight glamour all the time?
This is the most fashionable cooking show ever, so I'm always decked out in like the most amazing outfit.
I want to take off this apron right now, but I don't know. I think it's hooked on me too tight, but if I'd known. So let's launch in. You have, for your French toast recipe, Frosted Flakes, which happens to be my favorite cereal.
Oh, nice. Mine too.
All right, so we start off putting the Frosted Flakes, in a Ziploc bag. So you've got your Frosted Flakes, and to prove that they're fresh, we're crunching them to put them in the bowl. I love this recipe as we walk through it, Paris, because it is clear you love sugar just like me. You've never met anything with sugar that you hate.
I love sugar.
All right, so we've got our Frosted Flakes crushed, and then you have us whisking in our ingredients, which are eggs, milk, vanilla extract, cinnamon, and salt. Where'd you learn this recipe?
I don't follow recipes. I just make them up on my own.
Oh.
So I thought of it one day, and I was like, this is the perfect recipe.
Now, do you experiment in the kitchen often? How often do you cook?
I've cooked my whole life. Ever since I was a little girl, I was always in the kitchen with my mom, and she makes the most amazing Italian food. That's how I learned how to make my lasagna, and then from there, I love it.
Who's a better cook, you or Nikki?
Me.
All right, so we have our batter, if you will. I understand you like brioche bread for your French toast. I'm a challah bread person. Why do you like brioche?
Oh, I love challah. I need to try that next time. I just love brioche because it's very just like, I don't know, just like a cake almost. It's very thick and it just tastes so good and sweet.
Okay. Now, if you had a dream person in the kitchen to cook for, who would that be or cook with?
Madonna would be fun to cook with, or Britney Spears.
Okay, I'm sure she'll hear this, and she probably will call you after that. So we've got our brioche soaking. Tell me about your podcast, because you have the podcast as well, right? This is Paris?
Yes, I have my podcast with iHeartRadio, and it's just been so much fun to turn the tables. I've been interviewed a million times, so I love that now I can be the one that gets to ask the questions and really make it a safe place for my friends to come in and just talk about everything and anything.
I love that. That's the same intention of this show. We wanted a safe space for people to be able to talk about all things. I know you've been open about freezing your eggs. And how has that been for you?
You know, it's a hard process doing all that, but I'm so happy that I did it during the pandemic when the world was shut down. So I was at home the whole time and have fun, eggs ready, embryos, and I'm just so happy that Carter and I decided to do that literally like 6 months into our relationship. So we knew we were forever right away.
Well, listen, my husband and I moved in like 6 weeks, and then we had our baby a year or so later. So it's never too early when you know it's the right one. Now, speaking of right one, we have our Frosted Flakes here, Paris. I've got my French toast all nice and soaked in.
And then, yeah, just like smush them inside flakes.
Oh, gosh. Put it on the nice skillet here. I love the toppings. My team, nice enough to finish off some French toast here. You put everything in the kitchen sink on top of this recipe.
Yes, I do. I know there's a lot of sugar, but I want to make it even more sweet.
I love it. So what are your favorite things to put on top?
Well, I'm obsessed with Lucky Charms, and my favorite part is the marshmallows, obviously. So I love putting marshmallows, I love putting sprinkles, and then to make it a little healthy, we put on some fruit, and then whipped cream, some maple syrup, and then more sprinkles.
Okay, so I've got the Lucky Charms here. I'm sprinkling it on my French toast. I love that you have these edible sprinkles. I'm told by friends of yours that this is your obsession.
Yes, I love them just because they're just sparkly and pretty, and you can eat them as well.
Do they have a taste? I have to tell you, this is the first time that I've ever tried. Here I go. They have no taste, Paris. It's glitter. It's edible glitter.
I'm using the sugar one right now. That one really doesn't have taste. It's more about the looks.
Oh, okay. So you use the edible glitter for the looks, not the taste. Yeah. Okay, I like that. Can't go wrong with that. Whipped cream, syrup, and I'm assuming that this is on a no-watch calorie day, right? Is this the splurge day? Do you have a splurge day?
Every day is a splurge day.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. What's your favorite thing to cook for dinner now that we've made our breakfast?
Lasagna. I love making lasagna. It's my favorite thing, my go-to. It's my favorite thing to cook and my favorite thing to eat. I love Italian food.
I know that your lasagna recipe, hugely popular on social media. Be sure to go to our website. We're going to have Paris's French toast as well as her lasagna recipe.